It's amazing. I've been working my whole career to be here, and that's what I was telling myself the whole time here. Like, I'm so happy to be here. Like, I want to be here. So, just awesome. And also to get here and get the win is that's what I was looking for, and that's what I look for the next fight. So, it's good. It's been good.
Immediately after, you kind of said that you had to kind of keep telling yourself to stay calm, stick with the game plan. What was the game plan coming in here?
I knew he's one of those guys, like lanky, tall, like kind of. It's very hard to make a very straight game plan with this guy, because it's like it's not a super technical fighter. I knew he had a good jiu-jitsu, like he's a black belt. I knew he was always looking for the clinch, but I knew also he wasn't explosive. But I know like these lanky, tall guys many times are strong, and so I was just like on the beginning just wanted to test his standing, and then if it was going to the ground, then I do my stuff in the ground, and that's what I did.
Talk to us a little bit about that guillotine, because it's an interesting setup. Is that one that you hit in training quite often? And when did you know that it was in? Because you locked him in with your leg at the last minute. It looked like he thought he was going to be able to get out of it.
No, I've been working the whole camp, this guillotine, and it's weird because you get it from the back, and people don't expect it. And also you have your arm in trapped, so sometimes with the normal guillotine you just try to like shake off your head with your other arm, but you have the arm trapped, and so it's hard to get out. And no, once I went to, we also, when I was sweaty, and I felt like all my arm, like all the way outside from the other side, and I said, it's on. Like, wow, it's so, like, I actually was surprised, like so easy, like, because now lately the guy that I've been training with, they know it's coming, so they were defending it now, but he doesn't know, so boom, it was in, like, it's on, and then he tapped.
Well, a lot of people are saying it brings a lot of light to MMA in Italy. You're one of the biggest, youngest rising stars from there. How does it feel to sort of, in a lot of ways, have a whole country on your back in a sport like this and represent them on a stage like this here in Vegas?
It's awesome, man. You just like, you have to kind of canalize all the good energy towards where you want to be, like, and not feel it like pressure, but just like good energy, just to pump you, to get you in the right mindset once you step in. So that's how it was, and I'm happy that I have a whole country behind me.
Marvin, are you disappointed that Lorenzo Fertitta is gone, because he is of Italian descent?
Yeah, man.
Wanted to bring him to Italy. Are you fearful that there's going to be no one pulling to bring the UFC to Italy?
I mean, still like they want to make UFC bigger and better, so it's still like, I think, kind of one of their interests anyway. I mean, to get bigger and bigger and bigger. But yeah, no, I mean, I knew Fertitta were Italian, so maybe they could look up to me. But still, like, I'll make my way up anyway.
How popular is it right now, the UFC in particular?
It's getting bigger. It's happening slowly, but yeah, like we had a kind of a medieval age after Sakara went out, and it's been like a bit of a black age. But now another guy, Alessio Di Chirico, signed up, and also the gym where I'm training is a very good gym, is with Filippo Stabile, and now it's happening. It's happening. I still always do camps at Kings. The last 3 camps I've been doing at Kings. But before that, like 6-7 weeks before, I always trained in Italy, so it's happening.
When you were younger, were you watching, and were you a fan of Sakara and dreaming about someday being the sort of Italian face of the UFC?
Yeah, who brought me to this sport was like Fedor. Fedor was my first guy that brought me into this sport, and then I fell in love with the old pride, like Rampage, Krokop, and all these guys. But Fedor and Mauricio, that's were the guys that brought me into the sport. But then obviously, just after I found out that the only Italian that at the time was in the UFC was Alessio Sakara, so obviously I was.
Was there any particular Fedor moment that sticks out in your mind where you sort of watch that and remember it and think, wow, that makes me want to be an MMA fighter?
Sorry, what was the?
Was there any particular Fedor Emelianenko moment that stands out to you where you saw it and you wanted to be an MMA fighter?
I just like fascinated, but everything, like the way he was walking to the cage, the way like he was like. I'm not the same weight as him, but it was just like amazing, like to see how he was walking to the cage, like no emotion on him, and then going in there and just fighting like an animal. So yeah, and also like battling for all that Yeah, Pride was amazing. Like, UFC is still is even better, but no, Pride was what brought me to the sport.
Jake Matthews and Sage Northcutt, young guys with a lot of pressure on their back. You're young yourself, a lot of eyes on you. Are you equipped to deal with the attention that's going to come to you now that you sort of represent MMA in a lot of ways down in your country? Are you ready for that? How does that does that cross your mind, the pressures that come with that?
No, I mean, it's good when you train, when you do stuff, when you put work in, and people recognize it. That's what it's all about. It was hard on the beginning once you just like work and on the shadow and but you every day in and out from the gym, but nobody like really cares of what you're doing. Now that for sure I'm ready to like to show and yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.